everybody, Lisa, and welcome to my music studio. This is lesson 3 for learning how to play the violin. And today I'm going to be talking about the D major scale and also walking you through how to play hot cross buns, which is a great first tune for a lot of people playing different instruments. So for the D major scale, if you referred to lesson 2, we did a lot of stuff where we kind of walked up the fingerboard here with 0, 1, 2, 3 patterns. Well, that is a great little segue to a scale. And I don't want to get too much into the nitty-gritties of the theory behind what a scale is or what a key is. But basically, I will say that you can think of a key as being like a collection of notes that are used when somebody writes a song, in sort of a basic way. It's sort of like the alphabet, you use the pieces of the alphabet to write a word, while you use pieces of the scale to write a song. And I think there are 12 different keys, and you play them differently by putting your fingers, you put your fingers in different locations on the strings to play these different keys. And certain keys are easier to play on specific instruments. So like on the violin, keys that start with the open string are a little easier, and a lot of times people start off playing those keys. So when I say key, each key has a major scale that goes along with it. So for the key of D, there is a D major scale. And the scale is just the ascending and descending notes that are in the note collection for the key. Hopefully I'm making sense here, but music theory can be like quantum physics. It's really gets pretty out there. But so don't stress out about it by any means. All you need to know is how to play your D major scale so that you can learn the notes that you need to play a song in that key, in D major. So I'm just gonna get into it now. And so the D major scale, one octave, start on the D string. So each major key, the first note in the major scale is the note name. So for D major, the first note in the D major scale is D. Likewise, for C major, the first note would be C. And you go D to D, C to C, but going up and down for the different octaves. So for the D major scale, we're going to start on that open string, that open D string, and we're just going to go up the string 0, 1, 2, 3, just like we did before in lesson 2. And then we're going to go up to the A string, and we're going to play the same thing, 0, 1, 2, 3. So in a way, you've already been practicing your major scale. Congrats, you didn't even know it, but you had already played a D major scale. But now we're gonna do it a little bit more intentionally and start and stop on D, okay? Because we're in D major. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it for you now, okay? And please, you're welcome to join me. So we're gonna play open D string, 0, 1, 2, 3, and then on the A string, 0, 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna go back down, 3, 2, 1, open, and then back to the D string, 3, 2, 1, open. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna play it for you. Ready, go. Open, 1, 2, 3. Open, 1, 2, 3. And back down, 3, 2, 1. Open, 3, 2, 1, open. Voila, that's it. That's the D major scale. You got it. You've been playing it for a while now. So let's just do it again. Second time is always better than the first. So we're just gonna go for it. And yeah, if you liked the plucking thing that we did in lesson 2, that's also a great great way to practice and segue this. So absolutely feel free to practice your scale like this. If that felt good to you, go for it. Actually, you could really do the plucking for pretty much any song that you're going to learn for quite a while. And sometimes that can be nice for the left hand to just give the bow a break and focus over here, and also make sure that you're putting enough weight into the string to get a nice coarse sound. So if that feels good, please be my guest to plug along. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and use my bow. Here we go. We're going to do the same exact thing. Here we go. Ready, go. Open. 1, 2, 3. Open A. 1, 2, 3. Back down. 3, 2, 1. Open. 3, 2, 1. Open. So just a heads up for some things that might be tricky about this is in lesson 2, we did go over 1, 2, 3 pattern, finger pattern. We did not do 3, 2, 1, open. So as a great way to practice this scale, playing that 3, 2, 1, open and looping that, playing that over and over again, 3, 2, 1, 0, 3, 2, 1, 0 is a great way to practice that if that was tricky. Another likely tricky thing to do is to go for the string crossing from open, actually either way, whether it's a D or an A string, but probably especially the A string to D3. Right? That's a tricky moment for anyone who's ever tried to do this for the first time. So let me just give you a couple of practice techniques for that as well. So let's do a couple of looping of this 3, 2, 1 pattern first, just to get that out of the way so that we're nice and warmed up when we do this again. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do that. On the A string, we're gonna play 3, 2, 1, open. Okay, ready, go. 3, 2, 1, open. And again, 3, 2, 1, open. One more time. 3, 2, 1, open. Excellent. Now we're going to do the same thing on the D string. Here we go. Ready, go. 3, 2, 1, open. 3, 2, 1, open. One more time. 3, 2, 1, open. So practicing those finger patterns is really going to be a great way to get more proficient at this scale. So let's do some practice things for that tricky transition between strings, okay? So string crossings are always challenging. It never stops being challenging. And let me tell you that professional players go through great lengths to avoid string crossings during fast passages and stuff like that. And so people end up going up rather than across because you can really hear that change. So be kind to yourself as you're learning how to do this. So one thing that I love for string crossings is a 2-in-1 pattern. And I learned this one in grad school from, I think, Roger Tapping. He was excellent. So anyway, it's basically where you play one string twice and the other string once. So it's an odd pattern of 3 notes. And it just sort of forces you to do a string crossing a bunch of times. And so just by repetition, you naturally get better. And this is a great thing to do in the lower half as well as the upper half, and also the middle and long bows and every kind of variation that you can think of. But for now, let's just keep it sort of simple and do in the middle of the bow. And let's just do it a few times so that you know what I mean, okay? So I'm going to play the A string 2 times. I'm going to play the D string 1 time, okay? That's it. And then we're going to repeat it a bunch of times. Notice that on this next one, I'm doing an up bow. Up bow is where the bow goes up, down bow is when the bow comes down. So we alternate up bows and down bows when we do this pattern, okay? A, D, A, D. Just like that. And as you practice this, get faster and faster until you're like, you know, you can get kind of intense about it there. And you can do it all the way down here and also up here. You want to alternate it. So we just did the A string 2 times. Now we're going to do the D string 2 times. Okay, let's do that a few times just for practice. Okay, ready? Here we go. D string. A couple more times. Okay, great. So that's one excellent exercise for string crossings. Now let's do something for the left hand. And one of the things that's difficult about this is that we're coming from nothing, from no fingers to all of a sudden we've got 1, 2, 3 down on the string. So I think practicing that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and like just doing that over and over again, eventually the muscles will relax into that hand shape and it becomes a lot easier. So for now, let's practice that, and we're just gonna go back and forth, and we're gonna add a little bit of a pause for you to get your fingers ready to go. Okay, so it's gonna look like this. I'm just gonna play this A string, and I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna play it again. Open A. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Open. 1, 2, 3. And so basically you kind of need to do this 1, 2, 3 thing so that your hand shape is all set up and lined up, because you're literally about to play those notes anyway. And we're trying to keep our fingers down on the string as much as possible when we're playing, because we want things to be nice and tight and close in and consolidated with our movements. Okay, so let's try going down. So a lot of times when people practice their scale, they just go up and they start over a lot. But it turns out that starting at the beginning is all the time is really not a great way to practice, because what happens is that you get really good at playing the beginning, and then after a little bit, it's not so great. Just because you haven't done it as much. Like, it's just repetition and however many times you practice the thing. So there's that. And then also, I personally feel, and I think other teachers would agree with me, that going down scales is somehow harder than going up. So it's a great way to sort of combat that is to start at the top and go down. And even practice your scales backwards, where you start at the top, go down, and then go up, rather than down, up, down, which is the typical way that people practice. So kind of mixing it up sometimes can be really good for your hand and general dexterity. So we're going to do that now. We're going to start at the top, and I'm just going to stop at this D3, and we're going to just repeat that, because that's the tricky spot. So we're going to do this like a couple times, and then we'll play our scale again, and then we'll move on. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to play this from the top. So I'm starting 1, 2, 3 on the A string, and I'm going down my D major scale. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, open, and then 1, 2, 3 on that D string. And that's it. And then we're gonna stop. Okay, let's do it 2 more times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3 on the A string. Ready, go. 3, 2, 1, open, 1, 2, 3. Great, okay? So now let's do it again, but this time I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, open. Here we go. Starting from 1, 2, 3 on the A string. Ready, go. 3, 2, 1. Open. 1, 2, 3. 2, 1. Open. Okay, so practice that transition and then put it all together and you'll have your D major scale. Okay, let's play it together one more time. D major scale, starting on that open D string. Ready? Go. 2, 3, A, 1, 2, 3. Repeat this top note. 3, 2, 1. Open. 3, 2, 1. Open. Beautiful job, and congrats on your first D major scale. It's a very iconic moment. Okay, so now that you can do your D major scale, let's play a song with it. And I love to start people off on Hot Cross Buns because I think it was my first song that I learned on probably the recorder, maybe like 2nd grade or something. But it's a great song. I think it's about some buns, some rolls that have a cross on them. Not sure why, but it's a good classic song. And it goes something like, hot cross buns, hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. So if you haven't heard that before, welcome to one of the most famous first instrumental songs around, at least in the Western world, I should say. So here we go. To play hot cross buns, we're going to start with our 2 finger, and it's going to go like this. 2, 1, open. And I'm going to start this on the D string. Okay, I'm going to go 2, 1, open. Hot cross buns, it's that part. And then the next part, and actually we can call that first part A. A lot of times when we have songs, we break them up into pieces so that we can understand them better. And a lot of times a pretty common form is A, B, A. And this song is basically well, you can think of it like an A, B, A kind of song. But basically there's 2 parts. So you really only need to learn 2 parts and then you've got it. So the first one is this 2, 1, O. Hot cross buns. Okay, that's our first part. That's A. And so we're going to play that 2 times. Hot cross buns. Hot cross buns. And then for the next part, for the B part, we play 1 a penny, 2 a penny. We play oh, 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 1, 1, 1, 1. So go ahead, give that B part a try. Ready, go. Oh, 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 1, 1, 1, 1. And then we end back with the A part. Hot cross buns. And that's it. That's the song. Okay, let's put it all together. I'm going to say, rather than the words, I'm going to say the finger numbers to help you keep track. Okay, here we go. Starting with our D2. Ready, go. Hot cross buns. Oh, I'm sorry, numbers. 2, 1, oh. Oh, 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 oh. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, oh. Okay, great. Let's do it again because I kind of messed up there with my lyrics instead of finger numbers. Okay, here we go. Try it again. Ready, go. 2, 1, open. 2, 1, open. Oh, 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 oh. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, open. Good job. There's your hot cross buns on the D string. And you know what is cool about this song is that you can also do it on the A string. Actually, you can do it on all the strings. But for now, we're just going to leave it at that. But, you know, if you feel like experimenting with the other strings, go for it. I want to empower you to play however you want to on your beautiful violin. okay? But that's all for now. And I'm gonna go ahead and put together a little practice video for you to help you reel it in and get you learning really fast, okay? Have fun making beautiful music, and I'll see you next time.